If you've ever wondered how traders get access to 6 and 7 figures worth of trading capital without risking their own money, then pay close attention. In the next few minutes, I'm going to explain exactly how prop firms work, how to pass their challenges, and how to avoid scams in the simplest way possible. And the reason you should listen to me is because I'm a $1 million funded prop firm trader, and I've now helped over 1,000 people become funded prop firm traders. So stick around, this is everything I wish I knew before I got started with prop firms. So to understand virtual prop firms, let's go back in history to talk about how prop firms originally worked. Most banks or hedge funds would have a separate section of their bank or hedge fund. And essentially what they do is they'd put ads out in the newspaper inviting people to become traders. Traders would show up at the bank or the hedge fund. They'd take this long in-depth training, and then at the end they'd have this evaluation or this test, and if they could pass this test, then the bank or the hedge fund would give them access with capital to trade with, as long as they could follow the rules and stay within the risk parameters that was set by the bank or the hedge fund. Now this was a win for the trader because they got access to a lot of capital that they could trade and make a profit split on, and it was also a win for the bank or the hedge fund because now they have multiple different traders in a multitude of different ways that they could earn yield on their funds. Now it's become really popular the past few decades is something called virtual prop firms, and the way that virtual prop firms work is really simple. They have what's called an evaluation model, and some prop firms have a one-step evaluation and others have a two-step evaluation. If we take a look at a prop firm like FTMO, for example, you can choose which account that you'd like to qualify, anywhere from as low as $10,000, which will put you back only $89, all the way up to $200,000, which would cost a little over $1,000. Now, when you pay this evaluation fee, they set you up with a demo account that you need to prove that you're a good trader. So the way that most of them work is you have to hit a certain profit target, in this case 10%, without losing more than 5% in a day or without losing more than 10% overall. Now, if you can do that, you pass phase 1 and you move on to phase 2 of the evaluation, where generally you have to make about a 5% profit target, again without losing more than 5% in a day or 10% overall. Now, if you're able to pass both phase 1 and phase 2, then they're going to set you up with a funded account. Now, on that funded account, generally you can't lose more than 5% in a day or lose more than 10% overall, and as long as you make profits, generally you'll get to keep around 80% of the profits. And on top of that, if you make it to your first payout, then you'll actually get the test fee that you paid initially will be refunded to you as well. Now, the specifics of these rules will vary from prop firm to prop firm, so make sure that you check out their specific rules. Now, prop firms can be extremely advantageous to traders, obviously, because if you only have a $10,000 trading account and you make 10%, then you're only going to make like $1,000. However, if you have a $100,000 trading account and you make 10%, now you make $10,000. And that's the great thing about trading. As you probably know, trading is one of the most scalable businesses in the world. You don't have to do any more work, don't have to ship any more product, don't have to hire any more employees, do that same exact work of 10%. And if you have access to more capital, then you just make more money. Now, how do you actually choose a prop firm and how do you avoid scam? Okay, so 3 things to look for when choosing a prop firm. Number 1, look for their reputation. This involves how long they've been in business as well as what their online reviews actually look like. You can see their online reviews on a website like Trustpilot, or you can come to a website that I love called Prop Firm Match. You can select 4x, 100K, 2-step challenges, and here you can see a whole bunch of different options, as well as their reputation, how much it costs, what their profit to drawdown ratio is, how long they've been in business, all of this. The number 1 most important thing when choosing a prop firm is their reputation, because there's nothing worse than paying an expensive challenge fee, doing the good work and passing the challenge, and then the prop firm denies you the payout. So you don't want to work with shady prop firms. The second thing that I look for after reputation is I look for the profit to drawdown ratio. Now, a prop firm that requires you to make a 10% profit is like 20% harder than a prop firm that you only have to make an 8% profit target. And if a prop firm only requires you to make an 8% profit target and gives you an 8% drawdown, then that's more difficult than a prop firm that has an 8% profit target and a 10% drawdown. So the second thing that I look for is this profit to drawdown ratio. I want to have this, I ideally want scenarios where it's a great company with a great reputation, fairly easy profit target with a big drawdown limit. Now, the third criteria I look at when choosing a prop firm is I look at the price. Now, most of these prop firms will have discounts going on, and one of the things that you may want to be aware of, if you see something that's like really cheap compared to the industry average, this may be a red flag that this prop firm may not be in business long term. So next I want to show you how to spot a prop firm scam. So a couple things. Number 1, I like to use this website called Prop Firm Match because they try to actually spot companies that are not treating traders correctly or not paying out or doing anything shady in general. So I think this is a good place to start. The second thing is if any prop firm allows HFT or high frequency trading, then this is a major red flag that this prop firm is likely a scam and likely not to pay you out. The next thing that you want to look for when spotting a reputable good prop firm that's not going to scam you is look at how many years that they've actually been in business. Chances are if a company's been around for 4 or 5 years or more, then the chances are that the company is actually pretty solid versus a company that just opened 3 months ago or 6 months ago. And one other thing that I'll look for is I try to look for prop firms that actually have a real human being tied to the company, because anybody could go out there and open up a prop firm, but if they're this nameless, faceless person, then they have no reputation on the line. This allows them the opportunity to act in a shady manner, not be held accountable for it. And if you just stick to this criteria, then you should be all right when choosing a prop firm challenge. Now, did you know the sad reality that only like 6 to 7% of people that sign up for a prop firm challenge actually pass and get funded, and even less, like 1.75%, actually make a payout? If you'd like to increase your odds by 11 times, and you'd like to see the prop firm strategy that I've used to become $1 million funded trader and now helped 1,000 people become funded prop firm traders, then go to www.propfarming.com to check out the free demo on exactly how we do that.